Hello and welcome to today's video. This video is about taking back your power or standing in your power as a projector, and rather than following advice that might not be in alignment for you, learning to tune into your own inner guidance and authority to become the invitation. So in the human design space, projectors are taught and told that we need to wait for the invitation. And there are so many myths around this, and your experiment is your key. So actually taking in the information that you hear, but really just operating from strategy and authority and observing over time in your own experiment is really the way forward for you to be empowered as a projector. But nevertheless, information is always valuable, and knowledge is power, but it's only power if we use it. So what do I mean by becoming the invitation? For me, in my experience of being a projector, and when I was unconscious, so before I knew about what a projector was and how I was operating in life and how I experienced creating invitations for myself per se, and then how my awareness has shifted since studying human design, becoming a coach for projectors in business, and how life has shifted since my spiritual awakening in 2019. So what I found was, and why I actually work with projectors, is because a lot of my problems in life all boiled back down to me being a projector and not knowing how to operate in my design, how to use my energy blueprint in the way that I was designed to operate. So what do I mean by you become the invitation? Well, what I mean by that is you follow your passions. I have always followed what felt exciting to me and what interests me. And one of my affirmations that I teach people, I call it the Projector Affirmation, is every day and every night I am prospered by my interests. And this has been very true for me. So I was a musician. I'm a 1057 channel firstly, and that channel I've since found out, since studying human design, is an acoustic channel, and it is about music. So that was pretty lucky that I was able to have the opportunity to learn music when I was 7. But I always wrote songs. I wrote songs from the age of 9, and I wanted to be a musician. That didn't unfold, but over time and throughout my life, I've been invited into experiences where I could be paid to perform. I've traveled the world performing. I've made music with beautiful artists, and so although it wasn't my main way of experiencing success financially, it has always been a big part of my life. So if I hadn't followed the impulse and the desire to keep writing songs and to share that aspect of myself while I was traveling the world, I wouldn't have had the opportunity to then be invited into playing in bars. And that was one of the main sources of income that I had when I was traveling around. So don't do things just for money. Do them because you are inspired to do them, or you are called to do them. But this is really at the crux of what I mean when I say become the invitation. When you follow and develop a skill set and a set of develop your mastery in a specific area, that is when you are sending the energy out to the world. I'm available. And that's where, and we are magnetic naturally. So when you're not worrying about the how of things and feeling desperate about what you need to do and how money's going to be made, and you instead focus on developing mastery and do it from a place of joy and actual feeling fulfilled, you are in an energy of surrender, and that is when invitations come to you. So becoming the invitation. Another thing happened for me throughout my life. This has happened. I told you before about how I got into becoming a teacher. it was a passion of mine, and I was invited into the community to become a teacher. Then I trained to become a professional teacher, and and then my life, that's what I did as my profession for 7 years. And when I got to the point of burnout and exhaustion because I was operating in a generator way, not understanding because I didn't know I was a projector. So I was taking stimulants, I was working crazy amount of hours, and I physically could not do it anymore as a non-sacral being. The moment that I decided that I couldn't take it and I left a school, 3 days later, I was invited into a massive cash job where I earned 15 grand in 8 weeks and was living in 5-star accommodation, this and that, whatever. And I was invited into that because my magnetism had come back, because I surrendered. I didn't know what was going to happen, but I'd built my mastery. And that mastery speaks for us. I can tell you many other experiences of where I've followed an impulse to learn something, and then I've been invited, and that's been the thing that I've been invited into. So that is what I mean by not being passive, not sitting around waiting for things to happen, but it's a game of tuning into your soul guidance, following what excites and interests you, and then as your mastery develops, that is the thing that magnetizes opportunities and people to you. And what do you do when the opportunity arises? Many of us, before we're aware of being a projector, or when we're just learning about it for the first time, we are perhaps haven't had something for so long that we jump into the first thing. That's not what we do. What we need to be doing is learning how to honor our inner authority, and then making this decision to either say yes or to decline it from that position of power. So do what you love. Surrender. Open yourself up to the quantum field by tuning in and getting a very strong relationship with your authentic self, and listening to your higher guidance and your guides and whoever else, other beings of 100% light, and allow life to flow. You don't need to control everything. You just need to surrender and build a sense of inner trust and faith that you are following your impulses and taking the right actions, which will then lead you to the opportunities that will always support you. In the comments, let me know if you resonate with this information, or if you have a different experience with the invitation. And if you're interested, I'd love you to join my Instagram page, which is Jess_Mindset Alchemy. And I also have a Facebook group, which is new, and it's called the Projector Success Hub. And that is really going to be aimed at projectors, light workers, energy healers, coaches who are projectors, who want to succeed in business and want to, create aligned messaging and build content and create your magic and serve in your service work from a position of ease and flow and alignment, rather than operating in a condition generator way, which is not sustainable and will have you in your not self theme as soon as you can blink your eye. Because I've experienced it myself. So, sending so much love. Speak soon. Bye.